So I'm going to enter into Scoodle Jam right now, and you should be able to see, let's see. Okay, this is what it looks like when you first download Scoodle Jam. The very first time you download Scoodle Jam, you will get this welcome screen. And if you go through the welcome screen, you'll be able to see all the different things that we have built in the content. We have graphic organizers. We have Kickstarter design, Kickstarter templates. We have project-based learning units. We have 3 project-based learning units. We have the food truck project, which students create and develop their own food trucks. They create their menu, their logo, their pricing. As you can see, they will do role-playing as customers and vendors. We have create your own species, your own new species. So it's a science project. And we also have a community project, which is create and develop a garden for your community. What's great about Scoodle Jam is teachers can import their own lessons and for students to work in, right in Scoodle Jam. I'll show you how to do that later today. We have lots of stickers. For math, we have digital manipulatives. We have creation stamps for storytelling, for ELA, for comic writing, lots of creative things. We also have photos, photo stickers. Students can import photos from right off their iPad's camera roll. So photos that they've taken around the world around them. And also photos that they have saved and imported from the internet while they're doing their research for informational text. And they can import these photos and put them in their presentation. So it really gives them personalization. We have a text tool, which is great for creating banners, labeling things. And then lastly, I'll show you how you can sync the canvases. Students, when they log into Edmodo and through the Edmodo classroom, they can sync their canvases. They can pair up and buddy up with one other person. And when they sync their canvases, they're literally working on the same page together. And I'll also show you in iPad settings that you can choose your settings for how you want your students to work. You can lock them down in solo mode where they can't connect with the student, whether it's video chat or just sharing screens, or you can enable screen sharing, and then you can also enable video chat. This is great for bringing in experts outside into the classroom to talk to the students, interact with them. This is great for when you collaborate with classrooms that are different classrooms within your same school or a different district, different state. And then we have all these great ways that you can share whatever the students have created in Scoodle Jam. They can share directly to whatever cloud storage solution you have. If you're using Edmodo, which we hope you are, they can submit their assignments straight to Edmodo. And there are also education guides, educator guides that you can download. So right now I'm going to sign in with Edmodo. In 1 second. Actually, I'm going to wait on that. Let's just wait on that. So this is the screen you'll see for the very first time that you log into Scoodle Jam. You'll get the welcome page, and then you'll get these prompts to sign in. Right now, I'm not going to sign in right away. I'm going to go through the tools. So I'm going to take 2 fingers, and if you place them above the 2 video chat heads and you slide your fingers down, it will hide the video windows. And this way students can have more space to work on. Okay, so I'm going to go through the left side of the tools to begin with, where they're going to be really basic. The very top tool is your color palette. And you can see we have all these colors. Choose any color you wish from the pie. And if you're with me and you've got Scoodle Jam, I'd love for you to just kind of scribble and play with that. You can dynamically change colors however you wish. Now, this is the second icon on your toolbar is the pen. And the pen, you have 5 different strokes. You have thin all the way to fat. Right now I'm going to clear this so we can get a good idea. So you have the fine pen, the next size, medium. So this gives your students and you a lot of flexibility of what you want to do with your pen sizes. Okay, same thing with erasers. Same thing. You can erase fine areas all the way up to erasing really large areas. And of course, the quickest way to clear your canvas is go to the very top toolbar. You'll see a trash can. I'm going to tap that right now. You can see me tapping it. And it will ask you, we'll always ask the student, do you want to clear your canvas? Are you sure? Because once you clear it and clean it, you will no longer have it. So if you change your mind, hit cancel. Otherwise, go ahead and clear it. I want to create a new page. And I'm going to go down to the stickers. Now, the stickers here, all the stickers in Scoodle Jam, you can rotate. You can and you can scale them large all the way to very small. I'm going to skip photos for now. I'm going to go into the math stickers, and we've organized our stickers into these different categories: math, shapes, storytelling, and design. But don't feel like you have to be locked into just using the math stickers for math. A lot of students use the math stickers in their designs, in their storytelling. We have unit blocks, base 10 blocks here. And once you select there are 12 stickers in each set. Once you select a sticker, you can move it around as I'm showing you here. You can move it around. Take 2 fingers and place it inside the dotted circle. So you you can't see me right now, but I'm placing my 2 fingers inside the dotted circle, and then you can scale it up or down, and you can turn it, and you can take 1 finger and just drag it to wherever you want to place it. So I'm going to place this hundreds block right here. If I want to make, say, I've been asked to show 300. Students are asked to show the different ways that they can make 300. So one student may just do 3 of these. 3 of these. If you can, and you can ask your students to show you in the different ways that they can make 330. You can dynamically, you can also change the colors at the same time of your sticker. So there you go. 300. What's nice about these stickers, the way we've designed them, is that you don't have to choose the sticker each time that you want to place it. So once you choose a sticker, you can easily replicate by just tapping the canvas, and it will replicate as many times as you want. So for design, as you can see, you can make this design, but for math, this is a great way for our students to visualize, conceptualize, and explore the math lessons that you're using. So I didn't get to finish 330. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to do my tens. So as you can imagine, as a teacher, you can do subtraction, division, multiplication using these. Students are also, teachers are having students, let's see, let me do these base 10 blocks. When they were doing fractions, division, subtraction, students can go in and you can have them shade the area. So this is another way you can use these base 10 blocks. You can draw on them. Okay, I'm going to move on to just show you some of the other. We also have money stickers, which are great. Another great way to, same thing, enlarge and scale these, big and small. I'm going to show you really quickly. Explain this a little bit later. But one of the teachers had that we worked with had her own math problem that she wanted the students to work on. And as you can do, you can read along that a grandmother has for a grandson. She has $180 for them to clean the yard, and the students have to figure out if she was going to pay them each an equal amount, how much each would get. And so using our math stickers, they can use the math stickers to figure it out. Students were also using the stick men for the 4 different grandsons. And they were trying to figure out, they were developing it in 4. This is one student's, here's one way a student showed how they did it with the math stickers, with writing, and also using the text tool. So it's wonderful. Students, because they have all these tools at the fingertips, they can combine text, writing, drawing, and the stickers to do their math problems, to problem solve. We have shapes, which are outlines. Encourage you to just play, go in, play with, these are the 3D shapes. The 3D shapes, if you play with them, they all rotate and they can stack on each other. And change the color again. I'm going to keep it orange. Let me see while I'm here. I'll change it to purple. I said you can change things dynamically as you're working. There we go. Those are stickers. So there's storytelling, there's stick men. Students use this also not just, but when they're doing their math problems, science, social studies. It's a way for them to personalize their work. There's talk bubbles if you want them to do, if they want to do comic book writing. We have some fun things here for storytelling. And then there's design, there's patterns, all sorts of patterns. So I encourage you to go in and check them out. And please don't feel like you are constrained to our categories. The students have gone into each of the categories. They use math stickers. They've used math stickers, these blocks, when they're doing science and social studies projects. They use money when they're doing storytelling. So even though they're organized this way to make it really simple, when you have specific lessons that you want them to do, please don't feel like you can't go outside of the box. Let me clear this page again. To clear the page again, you hit the trash can, which is at the very top toolbar. This is one of my favorite tools. It's the photo stickers. This is how you can create your own. The students can create their own stickers by importing, which I was talking to you about. You can import photos from your camera roll. So that means the students are going to have to take photos, whether they're using their iPad camera to actually snap photos off from the world around them, or from books or magazines, or going to the internet and saving an image from the internet, and I can show you that in just 1 second. And then that will save to their camera roll, and then they can import it into their onto their paper, into their worksheet. So as you can see, I'm going to do that one more time. You're going to tap on photos. I'm tapping with my finger on photos. Is this template, this menu, and this gives you can create 12 stickers and keep them. When you clear them, I'll show that in a second. If you hit clear, it'll clear all the stickers in this little template. So when you want to create a sticker, you hit the plus sign. You can go, I'm going to go into my camera roll, and I want to create a sticker. Say I'm doing a project on the study of the big cats, the lions. I'm going to use this one. So as you can see, you can move and scale this photo to how you like it. And our stickers mask, once you're finished, tap in the upper right hand corner, use, and it'll create a sticker. our stickers all mask right now in circles, so sometimes it can cut off your photo. Again, stickers can be rotated, scaled, turned upside down, all the way around. So I'm going to put this line up at this left-hand corner. And if I go back to photo stickers, you'll see the photo that I just created was the lion. And I can continue to do this as many times as 12 times. So I might do this with the tiger. I'm doing a study on, I'll go back in photos. Now you can see I've got a tiger and a lion. And I'll just go one more. Trying to find where these animals are. Oh, and this is a liger. There we go. A lion and a tiger. Now, as the students are studying this, this is a great way for them to do relationships, to visualize. And using the text tool, I just tapped on the T for the text tool. And so I'm going to type. You can tap anywhere. That's where you can start typing. And I'm going to say this is a liger. A liger. Oops, I've got my period. Liger. Half tiger. I'll return that the same. And half lion. It's a great way for students to start learning how to, I'm going to put it down under here. You know what, I don't like it in purple. I'm going to change it to dark blue. That's going to be my label. Same thing, text can also be scaled large, small, and placed anywhere you want. Again, when you want to place text sticker, go inside the dotted line and tap. There we go. So text is a wonderful way in Scoodle Jam to label and do storytelling and practice their keyboard skills with the built-in keyboard. If you're typing something, the students they start typing something and they don't like it, we have the red X mark. If you just tap on that, it'll delete it right away. Now, say I'm done with my my creation, I'm going to want to save it. Scoodle Jam, you must save, the students must save everything they've worked on. So if you hit this, go up to the top toolbar, it's the second icon in, the arrow, I'm going to tap Save to Camera Roll. It's confirming that it is saved to my camera roll. So there it is. Now what's great about this, if I clear this out and say the student is done and they've decided or they've turned it in and you've given them comments that maybe they could add a little bit more to the tiger lion story, that becomes a liger. If you go to templates, which is your top, if you can see me tapping, the top toolbar, the first icon in the toolbar, if you tap that, go to templates. If you go to photos, students can bring back anything from there that they have saved. Everything that's saved, all the work that's saved is saved directly to the iPad's camera roll. So they can go to photos. I'm going to go back to my camera roll. And as you can see, I just chose it. That was what I just made, and you can recall it. Now students can go back in and continue their work. This is a tiger. So I'm going to say tiger. I'm going to put that here. I'm going to label that here. I'm going to say this is a lion. And I may say a lion. I'm going to go to my pen. A lion plus a tiger equals the liger. And then the students can also write. Liger. They can write with their finger. Styluses are great. You're going to have a lot more control if you can have your students draw with styluses. I'm going to save this again. Save that to the camera roll. I'm going to come out here. I'm going to go to my camera roll just so that, let me just do this quickly. I'm going to go to my camera roll, my photo library. Photos. Okay, so if you can see my photos, students can see all their work. This is it right here. I'm going to bring it back up. So this is the photos. And from here, when you're in your library, you can, as you can see all the choices, students can share this directly to you. You can have all the students airdrop their creations to your iPad. They can email them. They can save them to any iCloud storage area that you have. Let me see, that's from here. Here you go, those are your different options. And they can also create albums. If they have several, I'm going to just show you an album that I created. Students can create an album. I'm going to just say, this is my Liger album. I'm going to create my Liger album. Oops, I wrote liver. I'm going to have to change that. Okay, well, I will change that in a second, but there's my liver album. And I've added this creation to my Liger album. And students can continue to add, let's see, if I wanted to do my camera roll, I can take this, I can select this lion, and I can add it to my Liger album. So when I go into my Liger album, oops, albums, when I go into my Liger album, there you can see I have now both, I have my Liger and I have my lion. So I can create pages into my presentation. Now I'm going to show you, I'm going to bring this back up. When you log in with Edmodo, and if you're an Edmodo teacher in an Edmodo classroom, your students can submit their work directly into the Edmodo assignment that you have created for Scoodle Jam. Account. So as it's logging in, you can see I'm logged in. Our test account, this is Douglas Adams, and that's my avatar. So now, once you see this, now you can see in your toolbar, your upper toolbar has expanded. And once you log in to Edmodo, you can now, you get a share option. In your top toolbar, the third one over with the arrow going out to share. You can come over here to your bottom row. I'm scrolling through. And to share directly to Edmodo, to the student's Edmodo account, you say open in. And I'm going to open in Edmodo. These are your different options. This is what we have. I have Google Drive on my iPad as well. I'm going to share to Edmodo. Now, this opens up directly. If the student is logged into Edmodo, this will go directly to their Edmodo page. Let me see here. I was trying to think. Oop, that wasn't it. Sorry. I thought I created an assignment. Sorry about that. I should have had an assignment for this student. But as you can see, if there's sorry about that. Okay. Try this one more time. Should have seen my site. There it is. It just took a little while to pop up. I can turn, your students can turn in their creations, any of their work, into assignments. So I'm going to turn in my assignment. And unfortunately, this didn't work. I didn't create an assignment as a teacher. Create an assignment. If you create an assignment in Edmodo, the students can attach this straight to, I'm going to do it one more time. Here we go. Back into Edmodo. They can they can post it to your classroom wall if you want everybody in the classroom to view and comment on each other's work, or they can post it directly, turn in an assignment. What's nice about this is now the students will have two places where their work is archived. They will have it on their iPad, and they will also have it in their Edmodo portfolio. And once you have this in Edmodo portfolio, that means you can share, you can comment, you can share it with the class, you can share it with the students' parents. The parents can log into Edmodo if you invite them in, and you can share this, all the students' work, math, ELA, science projects in Edmodo. Let's see, I'll come back to this, but quickly while we're here, you see this, it's invite your friends to join you. These are prompts for the first time that you come in. Once you get through the prompts the first time, you will never see these prompts again. These are prompts to introduce you to Scoodle Jam. Now, this is our test classroom for Scoot and Doodle. This would be your Edmodo classroom. So that means students, Douglas Adams, if you're doing a project and you wanted students to connect or collaborate, you would create a classroom. And then you would tell Douglas to that today his buddy collaboration partner would be Sam Adams. So when Doug logs in and you tell him to connect with Sam Adams, he looks for Sam and he sees that Sam's offline. I will I'll need to log into Sam's on another. I'm going to get in on a different iPad. Sign in so you can see. You're going to watch this. You'll see I'm offline. Sam Adams is offline if you can see this. And I'm just logging in, and you should see that it's turned to online. Okay, so I've just logged in on another iPad. Now what happens is when the students want to connect, you pair them up with the student of choice. They look for the student in the list that they're supposed to buddy up with, and then they will call them. Now anything that's on their screen right now will be cleared once they connect, so they can start on a clean slate together. So I'm going to say continue. The other person will get a call and they'll be told to join. Now, the students are connected. And literally what each person draws, I'm going to try and do this at the same time. Whatever I draw on one side and whatever this student draws on the other side, you can see basically the students are working simultaneously on the same page. This is a wonderful way to have students collaborate and brainstorm and problem solve and test each other. They can put out math problems. One student can create a math problem, the other one does the problem, and the other student checks it. It's a fun way to do math and for them to learn together. It's also a great way for them to do projects. We've had students do Venn diagrams together, compare and contrast. And I will show you that in a second. We've had students do compare and contrast for the templates. And these are all in templates. We have 9 built-in graphic organizers to get students organizing their thinking for writing. We have beginning, middle, and end. Somebody wanted but so. We have opinion writing. We have different kinds of mind maps, cause and effect, inferences. So students can work on all of these things together. We have papers, graph papers, large and small, dotted. Really encourage you to go through all of these. This is one of the projects that students can work on together. This is Green Giants. I'll go to the first one, which is develop a community garden together. Each project, built-in project, has an educator guide, which if you tap the green button at the very bottom, it'll take you to our website where you can download the free educator guide, which will walk you through every template. And there are additional activities at the end of each activity that you can incorporate within the project or not. But each of these projects are designed so that the students practice ELA, math, science. They practice writing, designing, entrepreneurial thinking. Oh, I just let this go to sleep, and so I logged off, and that's okay. I'm going to clear this. As I was talking about teachers importing their own lessons, currently we can't import PDFs, but you can take a picture of anything. If you have any of your lessons, if you take a picture or if you create them and you save them to your iPad camera roll, the place to share them with your students, you go into Photos, you go to your camera roll, and this is where I pulled up, this is the teacher typed in this math problem. And then the students can bring it, import it straight into their Canvas and start working on it. I'm going to give you some other, let's see, I'm going to show you for ELA, the Venn diagrams that students did together. This was on Charlotte's Web, just so you can get an idea. They used our stickers, they combined stickers, drawing, typing, and writing. And because everything's at their fingertips, teachers are telling us that the students' work that they're producing is much deeper and it's much richer. And they said it also appeals to every student, from their gifted students to the ones that are more challenged or the ones that are more visual learners, more tactile learners. This puts everyone on an even playing field. And we've had teachers tell us that they've had students who they didn't think they were understanding the lesson at all, and because they never turned in homework, they were really slow to start any of the lessons or any of the work in classroom with paper and pen or pencil and paper or going to the board. But with Scoodle Jam, some of these students were very visual learners and said that students having the ability to import photos that they took from books or from around the classroom or at home or around their neighborhood, or importing from the internet that they researched, they became prolific and one of the first students to be really excited to get straight into the lesson and do the work. So I'd love to hear your stories. We'd love to hear your experiences as you go along. So this is this is a Venn diagram. Students were working on Indian tribes, and they were comparing and contrasting Pacific Northwest Indian tribe to the Eastern Woodlands. And this was 2 kids working together. Let me go and show you some other things here. Let me see. I'm still going to go to ELA. This teacher had students do narrative and non-narrative writing, and she had them create a block on any subject they wanted, but for them to learn the difference between narrative and non-narrative. So on the right side is the non-narrative, where they had to come up with facts about their subject. This student chose dogs, and as you can see, he wrote a story about a dog on one side, and on the other side, facts that he could think of about a dog. Now, one of the teachers we spoke to said it was much easier for her to assess whether or not students were understanding the lesson right away using Scoodle Jam. And she said it's probably because of the differentiating of the colors, of the photos that they inserted, like the real dog, and the writing. And she could tell very quickly if they were understanding the concept and the difference between narrative and non-narrative writing, because of all the tools that they had at their fingertips. Let me do some other things. This is math. I think I showed you this. This was using, and our students were learning area and perimeter by designing and creating their ultimate bedroom. So as you can see, This student typed in the rug, and they figured out by counting up the squares how large their bed is, how large their TV is. And what was great about this, when they put in perspective, like some kids, when they said, oh, my rug is 62 square feet. I don't know how large a football field was, but there was comparison like, well, that's an awfully big bed, because in reality, that would be the size of half a football field. So it was fun for students to get that, perspective. Let me do math again. This is how students were using our unit place box, the digital manipulatives, again, that you can find in math. This is where they use this to do addition. You can see how you could do it for fractions, for division, and it's a great way for them to visualize grouping. Again, teachers are telling us some students really just don't, they're not getting the concepts, but when they actually have to manipulate and draw and shade and move things around for some reason, something clicks inside the student's head. And so this is a great way for students to work on and explore math concepts and really grasp the concepts. We also have, let me clear this off. We also have starters, and a lot of times we encourage first-time users just to go in and just let their students have a free-for-all, introduce them to the tools, how to create their own photo stickers, how to import and create their own backgrounds using the photos and templates. And also then we have them go in, and we have a socio-emotional short project, you know, where they can fill out one day, I hope to, because, getting them kind of warmed up into writing and explaining, drawing, I feel happy when. And students draw, they use the stickers, they use the text, they write. They right away combine all of the tools and all of the elements that we have at Scoodle Jam together right away. And they create these really rich, they produce really rich works. And then we have other starters here as well. You have map out your city, getting from here to there. Create your own t-shirt. We got this one from a school who did the school was designing t-shirts for a fundraiser for the school. Students buddied up together, they did it on their own, and they created different designs, and then they voted. They posted all of it to a classroom wall, and the classroom voted on which design they wanted, which they liked the best. They had those printed, and then they sold them as a fundraiser in their school. Lots of fun, different things to see. Okay, I'm going to go quickly to the iPad settings so I can show you the different, sorry, my son's got a lot of things on here. Go to the iPad settings for Scoodle Jam. And this is how you can manage how you want your students to work. The default work is you are always this and logging in with Edmodo. If you want your students to just work on their own and never try to connect with anybody, you can turn off enabled Canvas. And I'll show you what that looks like. This is a lockdown solo mode. So when you do that, you'll see I can't raise or lower any of the video chat windows. If I turn this back on, I'm going to turn back enable, and I'm also going to turn back enable video. When I enable video, this means just exactly what you think it is. Now my video chat windows are up again. When I connect, and I'm going to try and do this really quickly here without too much feedback. Okay, I'm going to do this. This is what it looks like when someone is calling you. You have a call incoming. you can join. It would ask you if you want to allow your camera. You say okay. And as you can see, the video, that's me twice, and the microphone. So that's video chat. I'll log out so we don't have that. Okay, I can see that I've gone way over my time. Please email if you have any questions. My name is Patty, patty@scootdoodle.com. I've gone over the time, and I thank you for joining me. But if you have any questions, please email me, patty@scootdoodle.com, with any questions. I'd be happy to walk through Scoodle Jam with you. And or you can always write to our support at scootdoodle.com. Okay, thanks for watching.